All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Again, thank y'all so much for coming over, man. You guys are always greatly appreciated. And as always, shout out to all the good humans, man. Link is always in the description. Now, I need you guys to help me understand something. All right. Now, my wife showed me something, and it really bothered me. Like, really bothered me to the point where I was like, I gotta get on here, make a video, and I want to see what the comment section is about to be like. All right. I'm not going to show the video. You guys can look it up. It's all over YouTube. But so this was posted on TMZ like 22 hours ago. It's on this other channel like 8 hours ago. But the director for the Black Panther movie, Brother Ryan Coogler, was arrested or detained or whatever you want to call it on suspicions of bank robbery. Now, this ain't about race. All right. I just have a small issue with the cops. All right. But I don't really have an issue even with the cops. For me, it's the bank teller, which I heard she was black as well herself. All right. Now, I ain't saying she should know who this brother is, but here's the story. Now, he said multiple times he have been to Bank of America. He didn't say if it was this bank or not. He's just saying in general, he's been to the bank and he withdraws money. And it's always a big amount. Now, he wrote down how much he wanted to take out. Now, some people will say, like, I mean, if you're writing a note, you know, that's suspicious. But he was doing it because he didn't want people to see, people around him in line to see how much money was being taken out because, you know, he didn't want to get robbed or nothing like that. So my issue is the brother presented his ID, his PIN number, and he's ready to take the money out of his own account. Now, what I'm trying to understand is why the bank teller felt the need to call the cops. He said he was waiting there for a while, and they kept coming back to the window saying, you know, it'll just be a minute. And next thing you know, the cops show up. Now, the issue I had with the cops is that, now, y'all know I live with a cop, all right? My sister-in-law is a cop. Y'all, for those who don't know, yeah. My issue was when they approached him, he looked so confused. And, you know, I believe they asked for him to put his hands behind his back, and he did it, like, with no resistance. And I know they had drew their guns out, or one of them drew the gun out. And, like, I know in his head, just hearing that, just like your heart, you know what I mean? That was the only issue I had, is he didn't show no resistance. I don't know why they needed to pull the gun out, but whatever. But I'm trying to understand, if he's done this multiple times at other banks, why wasn't there an issue? Why was there an issue at this bank? Like, they put his caregiver, I guess is I'm guessing his kids or so, the nanny, I don't know who that lady was, but they put her in the car, and he was trying to understand. He was saying to the cops, like, look, I'm trying to explain to you guys or let you guys know who I am. And the cop, he said, if you come over here and look, because they still got the handcuffs on him. He said, if you come over here and look, he had like an ID, like a badge connected to his pants, and he was trying to let the cop know who he was or whatever. But like I said, the cops are just responding to the nature of the call. So they're already coming in on high alert. But the brother showed no resistance. But it just bothered me that if I need y'all to, because I'm kind of confused. If you work at a bank, you know, whatever, please let me know. But if this brother had his ID, had the PIN number, all this stuff, and is saying, like, he's not saying go get money from the back. He's saying this is the account I want to take the money out of. I'm trying to figure out why the bank teller felt the need to call the cops. You know, they end up letting him go and everything, but he was talking to them, and he asked, he was in the back of the car and asked could they take his glasses off. He said he felt like he was going to have a panic attack. You know, he had his mask on, he's sitting in the back seat, and he's just like, man, because he's like, it went from him trying to take money out to him hearing Glocks being drawn, you know, and nobody really explained to him what was going on. I guess that's a procedure. You know, once they get all the facts together, then they'll explain. But for the time being, they got to take him and do what they need to do. I get all that. I didn't have no issues with that. But I'm just saying, just from the bank teller, you know, this brother, if y'all watch that video, he handled himself extremely professional. You know, extremely. He didn't get crazy, nothing like that. He got upset when he figured that the caregiver was also detained. Then he started like getting like, oh, like, come on, man, you know, because he knew that she was probably extremely scared. But my question, like, again, this ain't about race, nothing like that. I'm just talking about strictly from a bank teller standpoint. What the hell made her, and if he been to other banks and did this before, how come that never happened in other banks? He even mentioned like he went to CVS to get a shot or something, and he saw people outside smoking. He said, I was trying to get in there and get out of there, you know, because he like, it's one of them things like if somebody recognizes him, he might get robbed, you know? So I'm just confused on this. Like, is that not okay for him to write down the money that he's trying to take out and from what account? Like, he's not saying get me money from the back. He's saying this is my account, here's my ID, and I'm using my PIN number. Please explain this to me. Make it make sense. Please. And go check out the video for yourself. The brother was so chill. Handled himself. Because this, I mean, you never know what could have happened. I'm just saying, luckily there was no resistance, nothing like that. But man, please, please make this make sense for me. Especially if you work at a bank. Because the cops had asked him, have you ever like requested to like talk to a manager, or, you know, they take, what he's trying to say is he's not trying to draw attention to himself. Because, you know, you just don't know what could ever happen. Somebody, they see that money being ran through the machine and they're like, oh, this, you know what I mean? Next thing you know, even in I know some people could say, well, maybe he should have bodyguards. Hey, I've seen bodyguards get taken out. So please make this make sense for me. Please. That's crazy, man. Brother had all the ID and credentials you need to just make a withdrawal, and their brother end up getting handcuffed. Damn. I just want to see these comments. Please. Please comment below. Please. All right. Peace out.